Chapter 4: The Flight. Oliver's consciousness drifted back to the steady hum of engines and the gentle sway of the vehicle beneath him. Every muscle in his body ached, each breath reminding him of the chaos he had barely survived. A pounding headache pulsed in time with his heartbeat. Hey, I think he's waking up. Blinking against the harsh overhead lights, his vision slowly adjusted. Seated across from him were two figures. The first was a lanky boy with pale skin and unruly brown hair, his eyes sharp and observant. Next to him sat a girl with her hair pulled into a tight ponytail, her bright smile cutting through the cold metal interior. Give him a break. He's probably still dazed, the girl said as she pushed the boy back into his seat. Where am I? Oliver rasped, his throat dry. You're on the finest shuttle headed straight to Earth's own version of hell. The Academy. Welcome back to the land of the living, the boy replied, heavy with sarcasm. It also explained why Oliver had been gagged until recently. Memories trickled back. The orcs. The chaos. The flash of red armor. Are we in the transport truck? He asked. Yep, the girl confirmed. Since you didn't wake up after all that noise, they loaded you in here with us. We're all headed to the Academy. What happened to the orcs? Wait, that's the best part, the girl said, jumping to the small window. Through the reinforced glass, Oliver saw an endless desert under a pale sky. The transport rumbled into a heavily fortified base. The boy stretched to peek through the tiny window leading to the driver's cabin, but there was no one inside. The truck's on autopilot. Army safety rules, he explained. More trucks rolled into the base around them. Each slowed, but none stopped completely. One by one, they entered massive cargo planes. Their truck joined the line, swallowed by a cavernous aircraft interior. I always knew the Academy wasn't anywhere near our sector, the girl said, practically vibrating with excitement. But all this secrecy makes it even better. The boy beside her looked less enthusiastic. He leaned his head against the wall with a deep sigh. Damn it. I can't believe I missed my chance to get out of here. Oliver blinked. Sorry, who exactly are you guys? That seemed to perk them both up. The girl sat back down, and the boy stopped muttering. Nice to meet you. I'm Isabela from Sector 55, and I'm 15. Same as you. Alan, the boy added shortly. Good to meet you both. I'm Oliver. Height, 1.69 meters. Blood type, O positive, Isabela interrupted casually. Oliver stared. He wasn't even sure he knew his own blood type. Relax, Alan said. We overheard the guards when they threw you in. Silence fell between them, but it wasn't as awkward as before. Names were a start. So, what happened back there? And who is that guy in red? Oliver asked. Isabela whipped around to glare at him. What? How do you not know who the guy in red is? Yet. The ranger who showed up. He looked insanely strong, Oliver said. How do you not know Liam Ryder? The newest Red Ranger, she nearly shouted. Don't you watch vids? Don't you read news feeds? Besides being, her voice dropped to a whisper, but in the metal box, every word traveled. The plane rumbled beneath them as it accelerated. They fell quiet, listening as the aircraft roared into the sky. Even I know who he is, Alan said flatly. Have you been living under a rock? I had to work, Oliver protested. And I don't really watch Ranger vids. They're so cliché. The truth was simple, he had no device to access anything. No screen. No phone. Becoming a ranger was the dream of millions. The fame. The shows. The money. Casinos even hosted bets on which recruits would make it. The Academy was just one way to enter the ranks. The other routes required political pull or corporate backing. But you at least know where we're headed, right? Isabela asked, studying him. Of course. When you turn 15, you take mandatory service at the Academy. After that you serve in the New Earth Army, Oliver said with confidence. Yes, but that's also how you become a ranger, Isabela added gently. Oh, Oliver scratched his head. I didn't know that part. Isabela whispered, are you sure you're human? Oliver raised a brow. Deep down, he wasn't sure himself. The vat had left him questioning everything. Of course I'm human, he said. Anyway, How long until we get there? On Academy Airlines, Alan snorted. They're not telling us anything. Silence returned. They still barely knew one another. Only Isabela seemed genuinely excited. Oliver eventually stood and paced the cramped passenger area, peering out each window. Between the cracks in the cargo panels, light filtered inside. Their truck stood among countless others. He considered opening the door for a split second but discarded the thought. If escape were possible, Alan would have already tried. Soon, Isabela and Alan joined him at the windows, searching for clues. After what felt like hours, the plane began to descend. Then the cargo bay doors opened. And their truck lurched backward toward the open sky. Do they know we're still in here? Isabela whispered, voice trembling. Alan and Oliver exchanged pale, helpless looks. Oliver sprinted to the front, trying to see through the narrow slit into the cabin. Can I get to the controls? He thought desperately. But the opening was too small. Ahead of them, trucks rolled out of the plane one by one, dropping into open air. Their turn came. Shit. 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 Oliver yelled as the truck slid toward the edge. I can't die yet. I haven't even met a ranger, Isabela cried. I knew coming here was a mistake, Alan muttered. I should have run. Their screams blended together as gravity wrenched them downward. The truck plunged. Then, a violent jolt. The snap of parachutes filled the air. The descent slowed dramatically. They loosened their grips and leaned toward the windows. Outside, hundreds of transport trucks drifted under massive canopies, floating like metal seeds toward a sprawling complex below. As they broke through the clouds, the Academy revealed itself. Chapter complete. Like, comment and subscribe for more.